I don't think it's a surprise to hardly anybody that Walt Disney is going woke. They've been going pretty woke, for years now. They have destroyed Star Wars. The MCU is going into a whole new direction of identity politics and wokeness. It's a complete disaster over at the Walt Disney Company. They're destroying everything, folks. And now they're about to take it to a whole new level by bringing in critical race theory training on their employees. This is wildly dangerous, folks. If you don't know what critical race theory is, it was actually banned by Donald Trump, and Joe Biden has now actually brought it back in. Not trying to get too political on this, but it's essentially, man, it's state-sponsored racism. That's essentially what it is. It is extremely anti-white. In a nutshell, if you are a white person, of course, mainly white male, then you are evil. And they're actually teaching this stuff in schools. But however, it looks like the Walt Disney Company wants people that work for them to check their white privilege at the door. So we're going to be talking about that here in this video, folks. But first, make sure you guys go over to blackandwhitenetwork.com, sign up and become a member today. We have two different membership plans. We have the bronze and silver plan. Both plans get you private videos with me and Rose together, recorded together. But if you're on the silver plan, you actually get you get additional videos. I should say not two additional videos, but you get more videos than you do on the bronze plan, and you get to be on a panel on member-only live streams. We did one this Saturday. You can actually see it right here. It was a whole bunch of fun. But if you can't do any of that, just consider giving a one-time donation by clicking the donations tab or shopping for the merch. And we're going to give you 15% off if you use the discount code Gina Rocks in honor of Gina Carano. So guys, let's check this out. Disney goes woke with new anti-racism agenda for employees. Now, anti-racism is actually racist. That's essentially what it is, and we're going to be getting into that here, okay? It says it's a woke world after all. Disney is pushing critical race theory on employees through a new plan called Reimagine Tomorrow, urging workers to recognize their white privilege in a battery of training modules on topics such as systemic racism and white fragility, according to internal documents obtained by City Journal's Christopher Ruffo. Staffers are told to reject equality for equity and must reflect on America's racist infrastructure and think carefully about whether or not their wealth is derived from racism, according to the documents. This is pretty crazy, man. This sounds extremely dangerous. To reject equality. I thought we were all supposed to be equal, but they want you to reject equality. Funny. But anyway, let's continue on. In one anti-racism training course called Allyship for Race Consciousness, workers are taught that the U.S. has a long history of systemic racism and transphobia, and told they must, quote, take ownership of educating yourself about structural anti-black racism. Staffers should not only rely on your black colleagues to educate you, which is emotionally taxing, the doc reportedly instructs. So if you're white, you should not rely on a black colleague to educate you because it's too emotional for black people. Where does Disney even get this stuff from? Why is any of this stuff even relevant in the workplace? This is completely crazy. But it continues on here. It says Disney recommends its staffers hit the books, suggesting one essay that encourages parents to commit to raising race consciousness in children, and which teaches that even babies discriminate against members of other races. Guys, babies discriminate against other races. Now, if a baby is racist, that means that they were actually taught racism. But right here, it just says even babies discriminate. Kind of vague right here. It just seems like, because babies, they don't really know anything. So are they saying that babies are just born racist? The far left turn by the House of Mickey Mouse have led to sky high tensions, but staffers are terrified about speaking out against the ideology, multiple employees told City Journal. There are almost daily memos suggested readings, panels, and seminars that are centered around anti-racism, one employee told the outlet. The company is completely ideologically one-sided and actively discourages Christian and other conservative workers from speaking their mind, the workers said. I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised by that because far leftists, they hate Christianity and they definitely hate conservatives. You know, look at how they canceled Gina Carano. Look what Disney did to Gina Carano. They lied about her and fired her. It says here, quote, I attended several training sessions at the beginning just to see what the temperature of the discussion would be and to gauge if I would be able to bring up my own objections in a safe way, safe meaning for my career. And I've continually gotten the unspoken answer, no, the employee told the outlet. It's been very stifling to feel like everyone keeps talking about having open dialogue and compassionate conversations. But when it comes down to it, I know if I said one thing that was truthful based on data or even just based on my own personal experience, it would actually be rather unwelcome, the person continued. The company has also backed a 21-day racial equity and social justice challenge. My God. A day where participants are told they, quote, all have been raised in a society that elevates white culture over others, close quote. So essentially, you know, what they're really saying is if you're white, you are born with white privilege and you need to check your privilege at the door. If you're black or any other minority, you don't have this privilege. This is state-sponsored racism right here. It really is. As part of the challenge, staffers learn about their white privilege and are asked to fill out a white privilege checklist. My God. Which choices such as I am white, I am heterosexual, I'm a man, I still identify as the gender I was born in, I've never been the word we can't say on YouTube, you can see it right there. I don't rely on public transportation, and I've never been called a terrorist. Why are they doing it? Who in the world should fill out this stuff? The company has recently shown a willingness to embrace the new ideology, adding content advisories to films such as Dumbo, Aladdin, and Fantasia. And it fired Mandalorian actress Gina Carano in February after she made what was considered right-wing comments on social media. Wow. And it goes on here, just to finish this off. The great irony of this is that people who are in charge of Disney are some of the richest and most powerful and privileged white males in the history of humanity, and they are pushing this divisive critical race theory based ideology on corporate dogma, and the only end of this is division. Is self-hatred. Ruffo told Fox's Friday on Fox News' Tucker Carlson Tonight. A Disney spokesperson told the Post Saturday that the internal documents are being deliberately distorted as reflective of company policy. In fact, their purpose was to allow diversity of thought and discussion on the incredibly complex and challenging issues of race and discrimination that we as a society and companies nationwide are facing, the company said, noting its long history of inclusivity with stories that reflect acceptance and tolerance and celebrate people's differences. This is crazy, man, that Disney is doing this. This critical race theory stuff, man, is incredibly dangerous. It's so divisive. But I'm not surprised, man, because Hollywood has been divisive for a while, man, and they've been going down the rabbit hole, getting even more divisive, you know, preaching racism here, racism there, man. They're so obsessed with identity politics. That's why you saw the Oscars, man, at an all-time low rating, man. And all they did was preach identity politics, racism, insanity, man. Just the far left talking points. Disney, man, this is why Star Wars sucks. This is why the MCU sucks now. This is why I'm not watching any of those MCU movies. This is why I'm not watching any of the Star Wars stuff. This is why we're not even covering really this stuff on this channel. Me and Rhodes are out on this. We're out on this, man. And when Disney embraces critical race theory, you know, some of the most dangerous stuff out there, state-sponsored racism, like I called it, this is very worrying, man. Very worrying. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white entertainment fans, are you done with Disney? Are you done with woke Hollywood? Are you done with woke Star Wars? Are you done with the woke MCU? You better be after this, man, because it's only going to get worse, man, as they continue this indoctrination to be more divisive. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Entertainment, and we'll catch you next time.